Okay, you're at Auto Sports Fox Chapel location, Pittsburgh area. And today we're going to present a 1968 Corvette, big block car, all correct. We're going to show you this car in its entirety and go over everything we can. And if I find any little imperfection, within reason, this is not a new Porsche or a Ferrari. It's a 1968 Corvette. So we're going to show you everything that we can, all the amenities of the vehicle that we have in front of us now. Okay, going across the front of the car. Wow, front bumper chrome is absolutely flawless on it. No marks, no chips, dings, nothing whatsoever. The chrome around the grill areas, same way. Front spoiler, correct for 1968, the short one. And no marks or scuffs or anything on it. The parking light lenses, not amber. They are clear, just the way they should be for 68, and they are flawless, absolutely flawless. Fitment of the headlights, both sides, left and right, absolute perfect fitment. The hood itself, where it aligns to the front fenders and the cowl area, which is movable for the wipers, and the front alignment is flawless. It appears to be a little over 1/8 of an inch the whole way around, the whole circumference of it. Chrome on the little hood inserts here, little tiny patina on this one. You're not going to see it in the pictures, you're not going to see it in the video, but I'm telling you, it's there. Little tiny marks, 427 designation on the hood, just the way it should be for a 1968 Corvette. Wow, this thing's really a nice car, really a nice car. No indication of any work ever being done. Bonding strips and everything with the original splatter undercoating still intact. No indication of any cracks or anything being repaired on the front fenders from the wheels touching. If you notice, it has a complete set of brand new Redline radials with it too. The radials on this car are absolutely perfect for the car. The red interior with the Redline tires, it really gives it a great pop to it. It has a set of 67 caps on it. I don't know why. A lot of guys preferred these hats instead of the larger 68 and on up hats that they had for the centers, but these are 67. Geez. This is painted silver. The inserts for the vents, and they are functional on a 68 Corvette. Rocker panel molding, doesn't have any marks or dings or anything from anyone kicking it through the ears. Door fitment is absolutely spot on. Could not be any better. Little tiny bit of patina on the hood, mirror. Little tiny bit on the mirror here that shows originality, Astro ventilation, which it would be for 68. No cracks. Let me make sure here. There's no cracks whatsoever on the dash pad itself or the pad on your A-pillars. Fitment of the grill across the wipers, just perfect. I can see a little bit, I'll point it out on the other side, but from a reflection here, I can see a little ding in this piece of trim right here. Certainly nothing that would stop you from buying a car. These guys are fit together just as nice as they ever would be for a 1968 car. T-top car, of course. The paint on this car is exemplary too. It can't be any nicer than it is. It has a real deep luster to it. I haven't even seen a chip or a mark or a scratch or anything to pick out. Wipes, whiskers are all fresh and you can see have been replaced. By the way, there's no marks whatsoever on the windshield. It is a sunshade windshield, and I'm going to say that the side glass is also tinted. I don't know that for sure, but it appears to be, at least inside the building here. Fresh inspection PA, which means everything has been brought up to spec on this car as far as brakes and exhaust and any of the mechanicals go. Let's see, these door handles that are usually deteriorated, these are not. These things are as absolutely perfect as you could absolutely get. And they come up the whole way through. They're not concave where they're catching where a lot of them are. This one is not. Let's see here. Same thing back here as it was up front. There's never been any indication of any trauma suffered whatsoever to the car. Absolutely perfect fitment. No chips or marks or any repairs done on the fiberglass. And these were all hand-laid fiberglass at this point in time. This wasn't the composite material that was induction molded. These cars were all comprised of separate fiberglass hand-laid panels that were bonded together with bonding strips and bonding material. That's what you have in this vehicle here, a hand-built vehicle at that point in time. Correct wiper, radio mast. Back bumpers, same as the front. Chrome is absolutely flawless. Correct exhaust tips for the exhaust system. And you'll see the undercarriage photography that Anthony has for the car showing the undercarriage in its entirety. And you can see how nice the car actually is. And the exhaust system, the mufflers, everything is absolutely as new. Corvette designation across the back. No patina whatsoever on them. Tail light lenses and backup light. All nice and clean and clear as it should be. Corvette flags on the gas filler cap the way it should be. This car doesn't have any indication of, absolutely not a flaw in this paint anywhere. I'm looking across this thing and being a black car with the reflective sunlight coming in, and I can't tell you that there's a mark or an imperfection in the car anywhere, absolutely nowhere. Grills in the back, correct the way they are supposed to be. Of course, the rear window is it'll come out if you need it to. This rear wheel is the same as the other ones. Everything is just as fresh and clean underneath, possibly be. Door fitment on this side is the same as it was on the other. You can't find a flaw. This handles the same way. It pops up just like it should. No catching at the top, no concave part to the casting of the housing for the door handle. Rocker panel on this side is the same as it was on the other. No heel marks, no dents, no imperfections. Right here, there is something, I don't know, broom fell against it, something fell against it. There's a dent, and you will see it when pointing it out to you here on this piece of trim that goes around the T-top on the passenger side. Again, the A-pillar is perfect, absolutely no little smudge there. There is a little ding right here. And again, you're probably not going to see it, but I'm telling you, it is there. And so far, going over this entire vehicle, I found a ding here, no imperfections in the paint, none. And there's a little tiny bit of a ding here. I don't know what happened. It looks like something maybe fell against it. Maybe somebody leaned against it and put a little bit of a curvature in it there when they were cleaning a window or something. I really don't know. Fitment of this door is the same as it was for the other door. Absolutely spot on. And same on this side as the other side. Bonnet strip still intact. I can't tell you there's anything that's been repaired on this fender lip the same as it was on the other side. The headlights do function, by the way. And we're not going to start it up in the building here, but they do function. We're going to open the hood and show you what we can on the engine itself right now. Now, this is a correct numbers matching engine for this car. 390 horse, 427 oval port motor. Correct wipers. Damn, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Correct wires for the ignition system. The ignition box itself, enclosure is correct. The valve pan covers are correct. Air cleaner is still the original air cleaner for it. Original snowflake intake manifold the way it was in 1968. It does have a set of big tube headers on it that go into a quiet exhaust system. The original cast iron manifolds have been replaced. It does not have power steering or power brakes. Of course, it's got four-wheel discs, and we have paperwork to show that everything on this car has been addressed. The brakes have been redone, the rotors, the calipers, the brakes themselves, the exhaust system, all the rubbers. This thing is a complete reconditioned vehicle. It's not something that you're going to buy and have to put money into it. I can't imagine, spending another dollar over what's already been done on this car. And it's been done years ago. So what you're looking at here is a complete refresh on an all original, numbers matching, actual mile. What was it, Anthony? 41,000? 41,000 actual miles as per title and documentation. And there's a receipt to show all the work that has been done on this vehicle, which is pretty extensive. I mean, they really went through this and renovated everything to be as good as it was in 1968 or better. Certainly the paint at this point is hands above anything that would have been in 1968. In that era, it would have been plain old lacquer, and it would have been checked and cracked all over the place. This paint job is it's a show quality paint job. It really is. I can't tell you anything negative on this vehicle. The correct GM hoses for it, correct fan, correct pulleys. All your vacuum accessories do function as they should. And we have a documentation including original owner's manual for it and the paperwork showing the original purchase of the vehicle through GMAC, General Motors Acceptance Corporation, in 1968-69, whenever this car was first purchased. And the receipt also for the original buyer of the car. Near as we can tell, it's only had a couple buyers, couple owners. And this is what's really nice, is the fact that these red lines really coincide with the red interior in this car, which, by the way, the carpeting, the floor mats, the seats, the console, door panels, everything is absolutely flawless. Cannot be any better. Can't be. And a lot of 68 only things, like the key is still in the dash, not in the steering column like 69 up. Door handles over here on the sides of the door panels. That's how you pull the door shut. Plus it has a handle here for it. The correct style interior for it, the correct gauges, correct shifter. Everything on this car is correct for a 1968 Chevrolet Corvette. And this is a real great example of a big block car.
All the gauges work except the clock. All the gauges work.
Yeah, everything works on this car. All the gauges function as they should. Again, there's nothing that you can pick at on this car. I mean, I just went over the entire vehicle, and I can't find anything. Nothing. It's got a Mickey Mouse radio in it instead of the original radio. We don't do radio, so if it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. This car is flawless. It's just as nice a car as you could ever hope to find. I can't imagine you could buy a nicer 68 Corvette anywhere than this car. It's got the bags for the T-tops. It has a couple of the auxiliary speakers hung in the back there for the ping pong radio that's in it. Again, the door panels, the window cranks, everything on this car is as it was in 1968 when it was purchased and released by General Motors. Fantastic car. It's here available in Fox Chapel Autosport location. So you have the opportunity, give Anthony a call. And seriously, if you're in the market for a big block Corvette, this is your guy, especially the fact that we do have a lot of documentation and receipts showing the complete rebuild of this vehicle. And it wasn't extensive. It isn't like they had to do body work or they had to do anything mechanically other than refresh a lot of the bushings and tie rod ends and stuff like that. So it's just normal universal joints with normal wear items that have been replaced. So this car is brought up to as new or better than new standards, and it's available here at Autosport in Fox Chapel, PA. It's a nice car.